Coach, bonsoir. Est-ce que c'est allé à 10 000 à l'heure? Est-ce que vous pouvez nous analyser ce match
After a game like that, can you perhaps analyse what happened? And what was the real turning point for you? What was the turning point for you? Well, I think the first thing that I can say is that today's game was perhaps one of the most exciting game of the Champions League thus far this season. Exciting for the supporters. I mean, it was a great game for supporters. I imagine that everyone was happy to be able to witness such a spectacle. Two great teams, very good attack, 8 goals scored, and I think that Monaco played a great game. I mean, I've congratulated my players. I think they played a great game. We made a couple of errors in defence, which we were punished for. And I think that probably, the real key to this game was when we could have gone 3-1 up, and we didn't. And then the opposition came back to 2-2. Now, you've talked about, how spectators would have really enjoyed that game. But what about you as a manager, as a coach? Can you really enjoy a game like that, even though you lost the game? Well, of course, we work hard to put on a show because we're passionate about football, so we want to please the fans. Playing here in England, scoring 3 goals away from home at Manchester City, putting on a great game, a great show, a spectacular game. I think that, it's an important thing. It's important. As I said, I've congratulated my players. We've got 90 minutes to go. We'll be playing at home, so it's far from over. But I think that everyone going home, having watched that game, or anyone sitting at home watching that game, will have been pleased to have seen a really, really great game. Je peux vous poser une question en anglais? Oui, mais qu'est-ce qui vous a persuadé de faire jouer Mbappé? Et à votre avis, quand est-ce qu'il a joué? Well, I decided to play Mbappé up front today because we know Manchester City, and we know that they leave us space, and he's a really fast player, and he's always moving, always on the move, and we were pretty convinced that he could play a good game, and in fact he played a wonderful game. I mean, he's 18 years old, and it's the first game that he started at this level, and but he's only a young guy, and perhaps sometimes it boils down to maturity, and the age of our players has a lot to do with perhaps some of the errors we committed. We've got players who are 18, 20, 21, 22, but that's all part of our project for the future. Falcao a marqué 2 aujourd'hui et il joue bien en France. Vous êtes bien content de l'avoir encore une fois dans votre équipe. Est-ce que vous êtes un petit peu surpris par le fait que Guardiola ne fait pas jouer Agüero tous les matchs, ne sélectionne pas Agüero tous les matchs? Well, as far as Falcao is concerned, I mean, obviously, I'm going to be happy to have him back in the team. He's a great striker. I know things didn't go too well for him over here, but I think on more than one occasion today he showed what a great striker he is and what a great goal scorer he is. In terms of the other question about Agüero is a world-class striker, obviously. But those decisions belong to the other coach, not me. I'm not going to talk about the decisions he has to make.
A question in English, please. For a coach in a match like this,
pour un entraîneur, un coach dans un tel match, est-ce que c'est difficile de contrôler ce qui se passe sur le terrain? On a vu plein d'occasions, 8 buts. Vous croyez que vous arrivez à contrôler ce qui se passe sur le terrain ou vous restez là aussi, vous, à regarder le match? Well, obviously it's really difficult because
normalement c'est 100% de vitesse. Aujourd'hui, je crois
you know, normally you say you want 100% on the pitch, but today it was perhaps 150%, and there's so much going on so fast, and you know the score changed so quickly. It was so difficult to make changes. The score going from 2-2 to 2-3, but ultimately it boils down to the fact that it was a great game. A great game.
Okay, thank you.
No more questions? Thank you.